What's up, y'all? It's Ty. In this video today, we're going to be going over talking about the new cards coming to NBA 2K25 MyTeam, headlined by the GOAT Joel Emiid. Now, obviously, it's another day of super packs. The grind tomorrow is going to be for the best of MyTeam pack, which for me personally, I don't know. I never get really, stoked about that. It's fine. It is what it is, but it's not something, I'm super excited about. And so we'll go through and talk about the actual content tomorrow and just kind of my overall thoughts on it. Now, here's the deal. Tomorrow, if you do open up packs, you are going to be able to get that equal chance pack if you spend enough money. I don't recommend it, guys. Like, again, it's July 21st. At this stage, I really don't recommend spending money on this game. Again, if you do have that equal chance pack, which you have an equal chance at Joel Emiid, Invincible John Wall, 100 overall Chris Mullin, as well as Thurl Bailey. And something tomorrow, that I'm, excited for is the fact that I think Chris Mullin's going to be good. I think Thurl Bailey's going to be good. And so, the 100 overall is coming tomorrow. I'm actually decently high on. Now, I'm not that high on John Wall. Definitely not high on Joel Emiid heading into tomorrow. So, it is what it is. But that is just something for you guys to at least think about. Keep in the back of your minds is like, yeah, it is another day of content. But for me personally, it is what it is. It's hard for me to get super excited about it. Let's start with the 100 overalls. Chris Mullin as well as Thurl Bailey. Look, I can't hate on either one of them, right? Both of them are going to have decent, player models. Thurl Bailey is going to be 6'11 at the 3. Chris Mullin's going to be 6'7 at the 2. You can't really hate on that. And again, they're going to have perfect stats, perfect badges. For me, I think Thurl Bailey really is the card that when I'm looking at these cards that are coming tomorrow, that I'm excited about. Obviously, Chris Mullin's going to be able to do some things. I can't hate on what he's going to do. He's going to be able to do some things for sure. But Thurl Bailey, 6'11", he's probably going to have a great release. He's probably going to be able to move and groove. I think Thurl Bailey is the card that when I'm looking at these things is, the reason, I guess, if you want to have optimism for this drop, is the reason to have optimism. Gonna be perfect stats, perfect badges. Now, one thing that I do want to talk about, if you look at so far like Season 8, right, and you look at what we've seen as far as the best of MyTeam packs, as far as the 100 overalls, a lot of them are like 70 to 80,000 MT. Like Dale Ellis is actually super cheap, like insanely cheap right now. But T-Ross obviously came out a while ago, so hence why he's a little more expensive. But he is definitely on the expensive side. Same thing, with some of the other cards. But overall, the 100 overalls aren't really that expensive. And so when I'm looking at this, I'm like, okay, Thurl Bailey's not going to be super expensive. He's going to be a solid card. He's going to play defense. To me, he is going to be tough to beat. From what I'm looking at here. And honestly, with Chris Mullin, I think he's going to be fine as well. So those are honestly the two cards that when I'm looking at this drop coming tomorrow, that I'm like, okay, those two at least catch my eye. Are two cards that I'm, that I would say is a reason to be somewhat optimistic heading in to the content drop tomorrow. As far as other things, I think it's fine. It is what it is. But those are the two cards I'm really excited about. And obviously, the headliner, Joel Embiid's gonna be good. But just throw him right in there. We've got a lot of these GOAT cards that are good. He's honestly just gonna be another one of them. And I don't want to say he's just gonna be mid or mediocre, but he's just gonna be another one of these 100 overalls. I don't think there's gonna be anything that really stands out about the card. And so that's kind of the tough thing for me with Joel Embiid at this stage is it's I think the card's gonna be fine, but I don't think there's anything too crazy ultimately about it. So that's just kind of for me when I'm looking at this content drop, my initial reaction to it. And again, it is just another day of super packs. At the end of the day, it's another day of mediocre super packs. There's not a whole lot of optimism. The Invincible tomorrow is John Wall. I'm sorry to John Wall, but that to me is just not really exciting. Some people might be excited to get John Wall. I hate to break it to y'all, that's just not me. I'm not excited about John Wall whatsoever. So again, it is what it is. It's another day of super packs. I wish the grind that came with it was just slightly better as well. Because if the grind that came with this was slightly better, again, some people would enjoy that. But it's just it's super packs or bust tomorrow, and that's how super packs have been. and I just kind of hate the structure to it. So if you're not opening up packs tomorrow, there's really not a whole ton of reason to load up the game. Like, honestly, there's a new GOAT card to grind for today. Come tomorrow, that is not going to be the case either. So at the end of the day, it is what it is. But yeah, as far as like reason for optimism, reason to be excited about this, I just don't know if it's there. And I know people are going to open up super packs because they want all the new GOAT cards and, oh, it's super packs, the odds are better and all these things. But it's like, again, we are in literally late June. We're not even in mid-June anymore. We're in late June. At this stage, there is, I promise you, no reason to open up packs. Every little bit you might want to spend on packs, just know and realize, look, you can save all of that, and whether you want to spend it elsewhere or spend on next year's game, that is definitely the better idea, in my opinion. So I do think Joel Embiid's going to be fine. I actually don't hate the 100 overalls. Honestly, if John Wall was slightly better, maybe, just maybe, I would be a little more optimistic about this. But like, John Wall is just simply put not that good. And so I think that's kind of the tough part for me, is it's like John Wall, if he was a little better, maybe I could be optimistic, but he's not very good. So, I mean, he's just going to be too undersized. And at that stage, it's just tough. It's tough to run undersized guards at this game. Like, it is. I wish you could, because I would be running them, right? But it's just really, really tough to do. So that's just kind of where we're at right now. And you guys can let me know your thoughts on it. Am I being too negative? Because if I am, y'all can tell me. But at the end of the day, I wish I could be a little more excited. Yeah, at the end of the day, that's just kind of where I'm at. I wish, this drop was slightly more exciting. But at the end of the day, it is what it is. Control the controllables, and yeah, I mean, that's kind of where I'm at with this drop. You guys can let me know your thoughts on it down below in the comments. Does this drop excite you? Or is it just like another mediocre drop and you're like, it's okay, but it isn't anything special? Because that's kind of, I guess, how I'm feeling about it. Whereas it's like, it's fine. It's just, in my opinion, yeah, it's just nothing special. So another Tuesday, another day of super packs. It's sad. Like, we used to actually load up on Tuesdays and have some sort of content, some sort of grind, some sort of reason to load up the game. I hate to break it to you guys, but that is not the case on this game anymore. If you're not buying super packs, I promise you there is literally no reason to load up and play the game. Sad as it is, guys, that is the truth for where we are at right now in my team. So you guys can let me know your thoughts on this down below in the comments. Are you guys excited for super packs, or are you guys annoyed, kind of like the majority of the community? Again, it's not just you if you're annoyed. A lot of the community is, but it's endgame. It's to be expected at this stage. And that's gonna wrap it up for my video. Another day, more super packs. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new, and as always, man, I love you guys. Have a blessed day.